Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are continuing our login screen design in Figma, and this is part 2 where we'll focus on styling, alignment and making the UI look clean and professional. By the end of this video, you will learn how to turn a basic layout into a polished design with better spacing, colors and typography. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I recommend starting there to understand the layout and structure. Now let's take this design to the next level and get started. Now let's start from where we left off in our previous video. We had created the login button. Now we'll be creating one more button here. And first I will grab my 48 by 48 square and I'll place it here. And then I will click on this login button and I'll hold down Alt and click and drag to make a copy of it. I will tell you why I shifted down, because we need to also grab this text box, forgot password, and I will click and drag and make a duplicate of this, and then I will just double click inside it and edit the text for got password to don't have an account, and then I will center this. Right now you can't see it center because we have to click and drag this bounding box all the way to the left. So now we have our don't have an account. After that I'll double click inside this second button, which is the login. I'll just double click on it and I'll rename it to sign up. And for this we'll change the color of this button to be a bit different from the above one. I will first click and drag and place the 48 by 48 square from where we had picked it from. To change the color of this, come up here on the layers panel where right now it's showing login button because we haven't renamed it. I'll change it to sign up button, and then below this it's already in a group, so inside this group we have the sign up text and then the rectangle, which is the button itself. So click on this and then come to the properties on the right side, and I will just delete the fill and add a plus on the stroke. I will change the color of the stroke to the teal color. I'll click on the picker here and I'll click on this, and now we have that button of that same teal color but with the stroke. We can also click on it again. I will again go inside the group and select the rectangle, and I will change the weight of the stroke from 1 to 2, so you can see it's a bit more highlighted. And then we have the sign up text, which is not visible because the color is set to white. I'll click on the sign up text in the layers on the left panel, and then I will come up to the fill here, and again I will click on this eyedropper tool and I will click on this teal color, and this will be our sign up button. Now let's just decrease the spacing over here. Then I'll click my 32 by 32 square and I will click and drag and I'll place it here under the forgot password area. So I'll just move this login button to hit that square, and then I'll place this 32 by 32 square over there, and then I'll grab my 48 by 48 square and I'll place it here. And now this time I'll click and drag the don't have an account and the sign up button, and I'll click and drag these two to hit the orange square on top. Then I will click and drag this square and place it from where we had picked it from. Next thing we can do is now enter some text fields inside these boxes. I'll grab my text tool by clicking on T on the keyboard, and I will click and drag and I will write here enter your email. I'll change the properties of this from the properties menu on the right. From bold I will make it to regular, and I will change the font from 17 to 14, and I will just make it italics as well. So I'll make it medium italic, Okay, and then I'll click and drag, and I will just push, then I'll position it over on the left side over here, and from the alignment also I'll just set it to left, and I'll decrease the opacity of it. From the fill menu I'll just come up here, and the transparency of this from 100% I will make it to around 40. Then you can just click and drag this one. Also make sure the text field we created, it should be under the group of your email. So right now it's on the top, so from here I will click and drag this layer and put it inside the field email. So now it's a part of this section. Same thing I'll do for the password. I will just click on this, enter your email, I will copy it, and then I will go under the password field and I will just paste it, and it has pasted it right inside the group. And instead of enter your email, here we'll just change it to enter your password. Next thing we'll do is we'll just add a few icons over here. To find icons in Figma, you can also use the plugins, which is very handy. On the toolbar you can see this icon called actions. Click on it, and from here you can type iconify. This is just one icon plugin. We can click on this and it will show all kinds of icons we can search for. Let's search for an eye icon. So from these we have lots of options, so I will just choose this one and I will just click on it, and I'll just click and drag, and you can see we have our icon, and you see it has placed our icon over here. Then you will click and drag and place it over here under the password. So this icon, like, it shows if you want to reveal the password or hide the password. So we have just created an icon for that. Right now this icon set is outside the password group, it's here. So eye icon, I'll just name it eye icon, and then I'll click this group and I'll click and drag and put it under the field password. So now it's part of this password section. We can also change the color of it by double clicking on this. Right now the color is set to black. I will click on this. I will grab my color picker and I'll click on the steel color to make it match to the steel theme. Also you can double click on it, and if you want you can also change the stroke of it. You can just double click it and inside the group it will go. Right now the weight is set to 1. You can set it to 2 as well. If 2 is too hard, you can just change it to 1.5, so it's not too thick. Now next thing we'll create is the title of our app. Let's grab the text tool from the toolbar at the bottom, and I will click on the canvas and I will write the name. I'll just type here restaurants, and I'll click and drag it to the center, and I'll change the size of it to 17, and alignment I'll set it to center, and the weight of this I will keep it to bold, and the color of this I will change it to the teal. I will click on this fill, I will click on this eye picker, and then I'll click on this teal color to make it that color. Then we'll also create a logo of our app. Let's first create a small square. I'll click on the rectangle tool at the bottom, and I can drag while holding down shift, and the size of this I will keep it to 80 by 80, and I'll just lock it so it will have proportionate dimensions, and I'll just place it over here, and the corner radius of this I will set it to 23, and the fill of it I'll change it to the same teal color, and then we'll just add an icon inside it. Again, come up to the plugins menu at the bottom. We'll open our actions menu, and we'll again click on our iconify icon set, and from here I'll just type here restaurant. So you can choose any icon you like. I will just choose a fork and a spoon, and I'll just click and drag, and I'll just hold down shift and click and drag to make it bigger, and I'll place it inside that square we created. Then I will come up to the properties over here, and I'll change this fill of black, the icons which are black, to the white color. Come up to the group over on the left here, it's inside a frame. Click on this icon, the first vector, and change its stroke from black to white, and same thing I'll do for the other one, black to white. And also I can just change the weight to 2. Same thing I will do for the other icon, I will change the weight to 2. So this is our simple logo we have created for our app. And also we can also make it a bit better by giving it a bit of gradient. So I'll click on the square behind it, I will come up to the fill, and to add a gradient under this section here where it says solid, the first icon is solid, the second icon is gradient. Click on it, and you see it has added that as a gradient. You can turn it around by clicking on this flipping icon, so the darker portion will be on the bottom and the lighter portion will be on the top. You can see the effect you can see on the icon itself. You can also click and drag these handles to adjust to the gradient as you like. I'll just move it just a bit up so it's more darker and slighter lighter on the top. Now that you have created the logo, let's just fix its spacing now. I will grab my 16 by 16 square, and I'll just place it here, and I'll just move the restaurant text a bit down so it aligns like that, and then I'll place this back where it was, and then I will grab the 48 by 48 square, and then I'll place it above this your email text. Then I will click and drag this logo and text, and click on Command G to group these, and then I'll change the name to logo, and then I will click and drag to measure the spacing. It should be just above that orange box, and then I'll just center this logo to the artboard. Click on this, and I'll click on this alignment center, and we'll just align it center. Then we'll place this orange square back to where it was. Then you remember we had made our iOS helpers. Let's turn that on. I will go back to the layers panel here, and at the bottom we have our OS helpers. Just unhide this, and you can see that we have a bit of spacing on top we can move. The top bar is the status bar, so I'll just click and drag all of these elements, and just I will move it a bit like so, and again I will hide the OS helpers, and this is our first screen complete. In the next video we'll continue designing additional screens so you can have a much more better understanding of how these login screens are designed. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Figma tutorials. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.